Hello. How old are you?
19.
You're 19. How the hell does a 19-year-old learn to like do all this coding and all this crazy shit, tracking jets and all that? How did you get interested in this?
I had a little bit of coding experience from like school, and like you could like just start looking stuff up and aviation related. I knew about like those flight tracking websites, and my dad works in the aviation industry. And so like I just started during COVID, I had a lot of free time, and I was just looking stuff up, and I knew Elon had a jet, so I could track him. And I just started figuring it all out.
But what gave you the idea, like, maybe I should track Elon's jet and post it on Twitter?
Well, I knew he had one, and people, like, knew it was his plane. But on those, like, major websites, you can't track his plane because there's these rules, like, about that certain planes have to be blocked. And, like, I was like, you know, I'm interested in, like, Tesla and SpaceX and him on Twitter. So I was like, why not share it to Twitter?
How did you get into aviation? Do you know how to fly planes?
No? I just find planes interesting, and my dad works in aviation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You live in Orlando, so you don't live far from Cape Canaveral. Do you ever go over there?
Oh, yeah, for the launches.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you ever met Elon in person?
No.
No?
Just the DMs.
What do you think he'd say to you if you actually met him? How do you think that would go down?
I don't know. I mean, he was intrigued, like, the first, like, you know, he never really got mad. He just blocked me after the news came out that, like, he offered me $5,000 to take it down.
He blocked you?
Yeah.
On all of his Twitter accounts?
Yeah.
Why do you think he did that?
Because, like, all the news came out that he offered the $5,000 to take it down.
Oh, because you
Yeah.
posted the screenshots and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. So, can you walk me through the process of how you actually have? So it's a bot you created that posts these tweets whenever his plane takes off and is heading somewhere. Can you explain like the process, like technically, how does that work?
So like all planes have transponders, and they're like transmitting their like telemetry, which is like their altitude and their identifier and their speed and the location. And then there's like different. Well, one person can get like a receiver for like $100, and you can receive like all the planes in with like 100 miles. But companies and organizations found that if people in different groups around the world, they get those, they can create a world map. So I get that data from one company called ADSB Exchange, and then my program reads that data, and it looks for the certain planes that I programmed it for landing and takeoff, and then it'll tweet those to the certain Twitter accounts.
What is it called? ADSB?
Exchange. It's
Is
like
that
Flight Aware and all those, but they don't block anything.
Is that one of those things that came out after 9/11?
I mean, I think that's why it came out, but yeah, pretty much. Because, like, air traffic controllers still, like, they only use radar, really. And it's kind of better than that because it uses less power, and it's just, there's easier to acquire signal from the planes, and there's more data about the planes rather than just radar.
What were you thinking when you decided to start posting these things, and then Elon met? Like, how did that go about when Elon DM'd you, or how did he contact you? How did he go about contacting you?
He DM'd me. Like, the first message was, can you take this down? It's a security risk.
That's it. Just
like
Twitter
1
DM.
a.m. Yeah.
And what did you read it, and then what were you thinking when you read it? You just instantly responded to him, or what?
No, I think I didn't open it because I saw the notification, and it was like so late. I was like, I just said to my roommate, I was like, oh my god. Yeah.
You just told him Elon just DM'd you, but you didn't want to open it because you didn't know what you were going to say?
Yeah.
So what did you eventually respond to him with?
Yeah, I think I was like in a jokingly manner, yeah, I can, but can you like increase it to 50 or whatever? Or that was further down. I can't.
He said it's a security risk, and you don't remember what your first response was?
No, I can't remember. But he went on a while, and he was asking like how it worked, and he didn't even know about like ADSB, and like he thought I was just looking at certain types of planes taking off, and he was like, "No, I can just identify it by your plane's identifier."
By what, like the little license thing on the plane?
Yeah, so like the registration number.
Yeah.
His is November 628 Tango Sierra, and then that links to like a code of the transponder, and it's always the same.
So everyone can track these things.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
And
then he was saying how after that he was like, air traffic control is so primitive. And then,
he said that to you?
Yeah, and he said, what should I do? And I told him about this other blocking program, which he has now. So like the code on his plane, he can change every 60 days, but I just have to find it every 60 days.
So you told him how he can evade your bot tracker.
Yeah.
And he's now using that.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not foolproof.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty wild. And what did he say? So you said, can you increase it to 50? Can you add a zero to that? Make it 50,000? What did he say?
He said thinking about it, and then it went on for a while. And like,
and then you sold him out.
Messages like, yeah, pretty much. There's a reporter talking to me about something else that was going on in the Tesla community. I just was talking to them about it, and then it started spreading everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
At what point did all these news stations start reaching out to you?
When the first article came out, and then it started going everywhere, all over the news, and yeah.
When did you first create this?
June 2020.
June of 2020.
And back in December 2020, he actually flew to Hawaii, and someone quote tweeted my ElonJet tweet, and then he responded, "Oh, I'm just meeting Larry Ellison in Hawaii."
Larry Ellison?
Which is like the CEO of Java, or the founder of Java. Wait, is that right? Oracle.
Oracle?
Yeah.
I don't even know. What is Oracle?
They make Java.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, I'm just meeting with them for some advice. But he was like, people were saying he was like on vacation and stuff. But like back then, he didn't seem mad.
Right.
That I was tracking him.
Right. And you think that he just blocked you on all of your Twitter accounts because you sold him out that he was offering you money?
Yeah. And then like,
you think about
like 3 or 4 weeks ago, he unblocked ElonJet, probably because like he didn't want to seem like he was anti like free speech for like his whole Twitter stuff recently. Yeah.
But did he unblock Jack Sweeney, your
No,
personal account? No. Interesting, man. What do you think about the whole, do you think maybe if you didn't show everybody the screenshots of the DMs, maybe you could have actually made that 50 grand?
I don't think so. Because he said at some point, like before, he said it didn't feel right to pay to take it down. So like that was even before the news came out. So he didn't feel like it even before then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is funny how he's, such a big free speech advocate now that he's buying Twitter, and he really wants, when it comes to affecting him personally, it's obviously he wants that shit taken down.
Yeah.
Does it make you wonder, like, maybe he's buying fucking Twitter to take you out?
Some people say, I mean, it'd be crazy, but like, I don't know.
No.
Maybe there's always a chance.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I always wonder, dude. I mean, a lot of people talk about, Elon, he's obviously the smartest guy in the fucking world. He's done more than anybody. He's like a genius when it comes to some of the things that he's done and accomplished. But, is he doing this all for just the better, to better human beings and to better our evolution as a species, or is this all just a personal thing to him and he's just like playing it off like he's trying to better humanity?
I mean, I think he's trying to do better. Like, he wants to go to Mars and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like Teslas and all that.
Did you see the that documentary on Netflix about him starting SpaceX?
Isn't that on Disney Plus?
It might be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I saw it on Netflix. I think it just came out recently, where it shows like,
there was 2 on Netflix too that were like the new astronaut, the space flight or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I felt like my initial thoughts on that was like, before I watched that documentary, I thought like, wow, this guy is just, some super genius who wants to go to Mars. But then after watching the documentary, I realized, no, this guy's just a fucking entrepreneur who saw a opportunity to make a ton of money because they ended the NASA program, the space shuttle program.
So without him right now, we would have still not been going on our own rockets to the space station.
Right.
Boeing or ULA is supposed to be doing it too right now, but they're always behind. They're like supposed to be doing what SpaceX is doing too.
Boeing and who?
ULA.
Who? I don't even know.
United Launch Alliance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically the Boeing and ULA are nowhere near SpaceX.
Well, they were having problems. They launched it once, and then it didn't. It had like a timer issue, and it didn't reach the space station.
Oh, really? Wow. I mean, it's insane how much money he spent, with the first 3 rockets that blew up, and then running out of money, and then trying to borrow money to get the last one to go, and it working. I mean, the story's fucking mind blowing. Are you?
And then recently, this morning, he was saying stuff about his Twitter acquisition. Elon, he was tweeting.
Yeah, what did he say this morning? He said
like,
that it's on hold?
Yeah, because of like statistics on the bots or spam. It's only like 3% of users.
5? Yeah, he said less. They said less than 5%.
Yeah.
But what you're doing is a bot.
See, now I don't know if he's talking about like bad bots that he wants to get rid of or good bots.
What kind of bots would he be talking about?
Like, here's my crypto giveaway. Here's $5,000. Or like under him, there's like fake Elon Musk, and they're like, here's my reward to you for being a follower. Like those are bad bots.
Spam bots.
Yeah.
Okay, but are those automatic, or are those like actual humans typing things under fake accounts and like posting them?
I think a lot of those are automated.
Are they really?
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
See, like Twitter introduced like good bots and the automated labels. Like now I have the automated label on ElonJet.
So yeah.
Twitter knows there's good bots.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there are bots that could be a good thing, but did he make a statement that he wants to get rid of all bots in general?
See, I don't know. He's never really said. He had that TED Talk, and he was like, we need to get rid of the spam and the bots.
I don't think it would be a smart move for him to buy Twitter and then axe you.
Yeah, no. And there's other bots besides like ElonJet that people use on Twitter that are good.
Like what?
I can't think of one right now, but like, hold up. There's one where like you can do like I think it's called Explain This Bot. It's like an AI that if you tag it, it'll like reply back with like a message of what it thinks the tweet above is. There's all kinds of like cool things like that.
What are you doing anything every day? Like, are you constantly trying to like improve this kind of like bot technology that you're doing, or find new jets to track?
Yeah, there's always like fixes I'm doing. Like just the other day there was an issue with the map that was being created. I fixed that, but otherwise it's automated.
What other jets are you tracking?
The Bezos one.
Jeff Bezos?
Gates,
Bill Gates?
Yeah, and then I have quite a few celebrity ones. There's a celebrity account. Air Force One.
You can track Air Force One?
Yeah, when they have it on, which is most of the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Who else has tried to reach out to you about that?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
Oh, he wanted it taken down, which I took it down. And I was like he just messaged me it's been going on for a long time, but like,
It's what you mean. He reached out to you a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you guys have been going back and forth ever since.
I took it down on
Explain that story. How did that start?
Like how he messaged me?
Yeah.
I don't remember how it started, but like he messaged me.
And what did he say?
It's pretty much the same thing as Elon, just in a different way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How much money did he offer you?
None.
Come on, man. You
didn't offer me anything.
Come on. We know.
But nobody cares about his account. It's got like 1,000 followers. So I don't
Mark Cuban?
No, the tracking account of his.
Oh, his tracking account. Got you.
So it was like, he said I could come out to a Mavs game or whatever.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Then he was like, you get business advice, which like I don't really need, but whatever.
I mean, who would want business advice from Mark Cuban?
Yeah.
So basically, he just reached out and was like, "Hey, can you take it down? And
Yeah.
I'll give you some tickets to a match."
I mean, I asked for stuff, but like he didn't want to give anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else? No one else has reached out asking you to take it down?
No. Well, I mean, the Russian oligarch things, there was like some lawyers that were trying to say that their jets weren't related to that person, but I think they were trying to just hide. Like they were saying that just to hide.
They were saying that their jets weren't related to that oligarch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Just in hopes that I would take it off.
Okay, so maybe you already explained this and I missed it, but how do you attach a certain oligarch to a certain jet?
So like it's who it's registered to.
But what if they don't own it? A lot of people don't own those jets, right?
Well, yeah, in that case, you don't know. But
Oh,
these are, like,
okay.
registered to their companies or
Okay.
whatever. So, like, Elon Musk is registered to Falcon Landing, which is a subsidiary of SpaceX. And he's, like, even before I started tracking it, people knew it was his plane.
So he has a sub company under SpaceX that
Yeah.
owns planes.
Yeah, so he has 2 other planes, too, that, like, those charter the employees around the SpaceX sites.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And, like, you can request, like, all the registration documents from the FAA. And, like I got the document, and it shows, like, where Elon Musk signed and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah.
What were you tracking? Weren't you tracking Putin's plane?
Yeah, I mean, it's technically his. It's like all the Russian state VIP planes, so there's a chance he's on one of them. But yeah, it's just
So there's like
tracks all
a
those.
whole bunch of planes, or whatever. That it's a chance.
It's kind of like Air Force One. They have the 2 Air Force One planes, which are VC-25s. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
And he's usually the only one that flies on those, but he also might fly on the other 757 planes they have. So you don't know which one they're on, but I just have them all on that account.
Now, what is that? Can you explain what the ASB? Can you go into more detail on like how that ASB technology works?
Yeah,
And like how did you get a hold of that technology?
So like ADSB.
Oh, ADSB.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the transponders put out on the plane, and it's like mandated pretty much across the world now.
Yeah.
And so it's basically like a radio signal like you receive in your car, like FM or AM. And like so there's equipment that people receive around the world and then that basically gets combined into one big text file, and I can receive that file from the companies. And then my program can look at that. It's like it'll be one row in the file where it's like the identifier, the speed, the altitude, the longitude and latitude for the location and all that. Then my program, I can tell it what to do with that.
Okay, so your program just like picks out a certain line in their code.
Yeah.
And then you
From
have
the
like
identifier of the plane that I want.
and that depending on what that line of code says, that like automatically fires off a tweet. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's ADSB.
What is this colorful picture? Can you close that little ad, that "Hey Dude" ad on the bottom? Yeah, right there.
Click close on the left.
Oh, on the very left. I'm sorry, top left of the ad box. Yeah, right there. Sorry, I know it's far away. So those are all the planes that ADSB is tracking currently.
So that's live.
This is all the fucking dude. That's insane. How many planes are in the sky at one time on top of each other?
Yeah. But I mean, they're pretty far away. It's just that you're from zoomed out. It looks
Oh,
like they're
yeah.
close.
And they're all at different altitudes.
Yeah. So the color is the altitude.
Oh, the color
You
represents
see the bar on the bottom?
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
The orange is the lowest. The pink is the purple is the highest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty wild to see how many freaking planes are. Now, is that worldwide or is that only nationwide?
It's pretty much worldwide.
Is
Wherever
it?
there's signal from receivers. And then there's some people that have satellite dishes, and they're receiving some stuff from satellites for stuff across the ocean.
Wow, look at that, dude. That's so insane. When did they start doing this? Do you know?
So I mean, like, I don't know when ADSB first came out, but like, it all started when the Raspberry Pi came out, that miniature computer, and then people were hooking up those SDR receivers. They were tuning it to the ADSB frequency. Then it like started with like FlightAware and Flight Radar 24, and then a couple years ago, ADSB Exchange came out, which was not blocking anybody. And all those like companies like FlightAware and Flight Radar 24, they have to block stuff because they're also getting data from the FAA, and they have a contract where it says if you're getting data from us, you have to block these planes that people want blocked. Yeah. So like anybody that owns a plane can tell the FAA they don't want to show up, and they're on the thing called LADD, limiting aircraft data displayed. Yeah.
Don't you feel like you could have got like buddy? You could. I mean, you when Elon hit you up, you could have like became buddies with him. You could have been like, "Yo, Elon, let me come hang out with you for the day. Let me come work for you. Let me be a programmer at SpaceX or Tesla or something like that." Don't you? I mean, didn't you think about that before you thought like you had kind of had two opportunities? You could say, "No, I'm going ElonJet or bust," or I could play the Elon card and try to become buddy with him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he like wants that with like. He knows thousands of people.
Yeah, but you got him by the balls.
Yeah.
You had him by the balls. You could have you could have potentially at least, I don't know. Would you ever want to work for Elon? Does that?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like SpaceX or Tesla.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
But maybe we should send him a DM from the ElonJet account.
Yeah.
Be like,
I can't
I got a new
anymore.
proposal from you. Oh, because he's
yeah.
not following you or what?
Yeah. It still won't let me. Like, it'll show the old messages, but it's like unavailable to sender.
You're kind of like the Julian Assange of private jets. What is the wasn't there some sort of like online community that was sort of like going after you?
Yeah, like the Elon community.
Is it called like Elon Tax community? I heard there was something called Elon Tax.
Oh yeah, they're being crazy.
What's the story with
they
those guys?
They were like wanting me to take it down for like, I can't remember what. But they were like messaging me all the time. They're just being nuts.
You don't remember what they were saying?
No, there's been so much news and all that.
Yeah.
And hundreds of people contacting me. I'm like, I don't need to do any deals or anything. Like, if I'm gonna do a deal, it's gonna be with Elon.
Yeah. Well, who's contacting you every day? What kind of people?
Well, I mean, like news mostly.
Just this like local news?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you doing every single local news?
No.
You got any big like companies trying to sponsor you to do or to hire you or to recruit you or anything like that?
Not anything big.
Nothing big?
No.
Nothing that you like want to take and run with?
No.
So what the hell do you do every day? Besides, I mean, obviously you do the interviews and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I have a part-time with UberJets. So,
UberJets?
Yeah.
What do you do for them?
Software stuff.
Oh, really?
Tracking. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So Uber, it's like obviously it's Uber for jets. I didn't even know they had that. Actually,
Yeah.
I thought I knew
it's not the same company though.
It's a different company.
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of software or engineering and coding are you doing with them?
All kinds of stuff, tracking and like how their system works, with like how they're setting up flights for customers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do the people at your school think about you? Do they all
So like they
freak
don't
out
know
when you
it's
walk in the
me, but like they
What
know.
do you mean? How would they not know?
They don't know like unless I tell them. Like they know the story, but
Yeah.
they don't know me.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they don't see you on TV every fucking day.
No.
That's crazy. What about your teachers?
No.
Nobody
it's college
nobody knows.
classroom, So nobody.
What kind of classes are you in? What are you going to school for? What are you trying to do? Like what do you
I mean,
before this
I'm-
all happened, like what
I'm
was your
in
goal?
IT, so
You're in IT.
Yeah.
And what before this thing blew up and went nuclear and was all over the news, like what did you think? Like Jack Sweeney, what do I want to do when I graduate college? Like what's
Some
my
kind
goal?
of software and aviation.
Software. So this is exactly
Yeah,
what
pretty
you
much.
wanted to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
What does your parents say to you? What do they say to you about all this?
I think it's pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
That's what they say? That's pretty cool, Jack. You're famous now. What did they give you any advice?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's just crazy from where it blew up from, It's just
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, and then it slowly was growing, and it was just like at 10,000, and then 80.
How many followers does ElonJet have right now?
Like 460,000, I think.
460,000.
Yeah.
And how is it growing like significantly every day? Or is it starting to slow down now or what?
It blew up again when Elon said he was buying Twitter.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, there was people writing articles, Bloomberg and all that.
And they mention you
Yeah,
as like
yeah.
a potential reason that he might be buying Twitter.
Yeah, and they're like I just put out a tweet like, "Oh no," as a joke, and, and there's like articles on it. Kid who's tracking, or teen who's tracking, Elon Musk reacts to his Twitter bid. Oh no.
Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
What a crazy situation. What a crazy like thing that you found yourself in.
Yeah.
That ended up, I mean, it's just, did you ever expect it to turn into such a media frenzy like this, or was it just like
I didn't
hobby?
expect it to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, because I did the Russian thing and that blew up too.
Who do you want to track next?
I don't know. Whoever people want me to.
And-
Because like, I saw people were requesting the Russia and Ukraine stuff for a while, for me, and like I just kept getting requests for it after they knew about me from ElonJet, and then I did it, and then it started blowing up, and the account grew to like 400,000 too. That one.
The oligarch one?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So you read all the tweets, all the responses, and just see like
Not
what everyone
everything,
wants.
but you know, some of them, and I saw a lot of those.
Yeah. Where the hell is Bill Gates flying to?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
You don't
to
even
a
pay
lot of
attention.
them.
You just
You know,
publish it.
Seattle probably,
Yeah.
of course, and same thing with Bezos.
Same thing with Bezos.
Yeah. Both of them have 2 planes. Oh, the funny thing about Gates is his tail numbers are like 18 or 884 WM and 994 WM, and that's like, or it's 887 WM, and so it's William Melinda for the WM, and they're like divorced now, and the dates are like when they were married and engaged or something. So the numbers are like 18 or
That's
1997
insane.
or 1994, something like that.
That's wild.
He needs to change them.
Now let me ask you this: can you go back and track previous flight logs?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Have you ever thought about Epstein's plane?
Oh well, there wasn't ADSB back then, and like this ADSB exchange only had history till like a year ago. They only started logging. This stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, man. If you could have tracked Jeffrey Epstein's.
Oh, and Elon's N628TS, 628 is his birthday, and T for Tesla and S for SpaceX.
So these guys just pick whatever the hell they want for their tail number.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking wild, man. That's really cool. What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do next? Do you want to evolve this into something else, or do you want
Probably
to just
more
like
of
keep
a
finding
website, so
more
it's not like
jets?
limited to Twitter.
Yeah, like what is ground control? Like, how did you come up with that? Like, what
I just wanted to put a
what is
name
ground
under
control?
it and like a good website for now.
It's definitely a cool name. It's a
Yeah.
sick name. So you want to like have a website or like a brand that tracks all these jets and does
on the website.
or do you want to do more of like providing like software or coding, like aviation coding products for
Probably a website.
just a website that tracks shit?
Yeah. So like I need like Elon on the website, so it's like it shows it live or whatever. Like you know, ADSB exchange, it just shows all the planes. Nobody knows what it is.
Nobody
Unless-
knows like what planes they are, right?
Yeah.
They just see all these planes.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to have like the same thing, but like see who's in each plane.
Yeah.
But that could be like dangerous, couldn't it?
I mean, I guess.
Like, couldn't these guys get like whacked or something, or someone like screw with them?
It's like a enclosed field at the airport. They're at the FBO, and so like even for Elon, there's a head of team that's there like preparing. Like
A
they-
what
like,
team?
A head before he even gets there.
What's that mean?
Like before he gets there, there's a
Oh,
team with a car and
Like a
everything.
security team?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And nobody's gonna like shoot down the plane. That's just crazy.
Some crazy person might. You never know, dude.
There's like if people wanted to do it, they wouldn't need me. They could figure it out. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I guess I see what you're saying. People, if anyone really wanted to do something that bad, they could go
Yeah.
find this technology on their own.
I mean, like people like that, they're out in the open in like New York, like going to the Met Gala, and they're on the streets exiting. If there was like a sighting, people could do something too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you say your dad was a pilot, or he's just in aviation?
He's in aviation.
He is.
Yeah.
And does he do this like the same kind of thing?
No, it's different. It's more mechanic related.
More okay. So he like works on planes and stuff.
Yeah. More like maintenance control. So
Okay.
yeah, he's on the computer telling he talks to the pilots and all that, and to the actual mechanics on what they should do.
I mean, with his background in aviation and all this stuff, was he at all like, dude, maybe?
I mean, I had the
maybe this
interest
is a little
more.
risky. Like,
Oh,
maybe
no,
you should. No, not at all.
But it like gave me the interest because I knew about the planes and I knew about like the tracking websites because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you were in the right place at the right time with the right family history, the right interests.
Yeah.
To be the first person to do some crazy shit like this.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, man, you got to hit up Elon again.
Yeah, if I could.
You got to figure out how to do it.
The other funny thing that's happened recently is he flew to Vancouver for a TED Talk. And, there's people that, of course, work at the airport.
Oh, that recent interview that he just did?
Yeah,
okay.
The TED Talk. His plane was there in Vancouver, and there's people that worked at the airport, and they took a picture, and they were like Tesla fans or whatever, and they tweeted it at me, and I retweeted it. And then, like, Elon's team came to whoever the owner was of whoever worked there, and they contacted the person that worked there, and they're like, you got to take this down or whatever. You can't take pictures. And they were threatening to fire him, the person told me.
The guy that took a picture of his plane?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, usually in those contracts anyway, when you work at, like, an FBO at an airport, you're not supposed to take pictures anyway.
Oh, yeah. Especially, if you're an employee, I see how that could be an issue.
But it just shows that they're, like, watching my account.
Yeah, he's got a team watching your account, right? Yeah. Now, didn't you say something about, like, some of the people around him were trying to reach out to you to try to convince you to do something, so it wasn't him?
Oh, yeah. So there was, like, big people in the Twitter community of, like, Elon and Tesla and SpaceX, and they, like, kept asking me to, like, take it down even after he blocked me. They kept asking me, and I felt it was kind of suspicious.
People DMing you?
Yeah, that, like, I knew who they were. But
so your idea is that he basically contacted these people and said, hey, convince this guy to take it down so he can't like sell me out and make it look like I'm trying to do this because I'm trying to push this whole freedom of speech thing and I'm trying to buy Twitter and I'm trying to look like a good guy. And I don't want to look like a guy who's, like, worried about his own image.
I mean, it was like people with, like, probably like 1 million subscribers or 1 million. No, I wouldn't say 1 million followers, but they had a big growth and they were like Tesla people on Twitter.
Have you ever thought about, like, expanding this kind of thing outside of Twitter to other platforms? Like,
I mean, I put it on Facebook and Instagram and
do you really?
Telegram. Yeah.
What if you did, like, a live thing on YouTube? Would you do that, like a live YouTube video tracker,
yeah,
like a stream cool. On, like, a YouTube channel?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I could do that.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
You should definitely do that.
I feel like people like a website, though, because then it's, like, more interactive.
Yeah, but everyone's always on social media websites there. They're there already.
And it's like it's easier to spread it.
It's way easier to spread it.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I don't really like going to personal websites. Like, if somebody I'm interested in, or it's somebody that's doing something cool, if they have a website, I'm more likely to, like, watch a YouTube video about them or, check out their Instagram profile than I am to go to their website. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's dope that you're doing it on all those other platforms. I think a live YouTube video would be pretty sick.
Yeah. Just got to have a place to stream it 24/7.
Now, can you actually show, like, a live animation of where the thing's flying?
Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah, from that website. Yeah.
Do you have merch?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What's your website called again? Groundcontrol.com?
Yeah, but it's, like, short version of it. It's just not the full words.
So how do you spell it?
GRND. Wait. CRNT.
Just Google it, Jordan. You'll find it.
Yeah, it's on.
We got to pull it up on here. I want to see what your merch looks like.
It's Elon, like ElonJet stuff, and it's like, I know how high Elon is. He smoked pot on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
I have that picture on there.
Do you really?
Yeah.
On the shirts?
Yeah. It's on the, or you can put ElonJet.net and it'll redirect to it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We got to get on this. ElonJet. Are you piping in, like, the oligarch jets and all that stuff into the same website?
And then you could click store on the top.
Just double click the top bar. Yeah, there you go. Just click store. Fly exclusive. Oh, you got an ad running on there. Okay. Monetizing it. That's good. Scroll down. That's freaking sick. Are a lot of people buying these shirts?
Back when the news came out, there was like some articles that I was making merch then. See, like everything I did.
That hoodie, I love that hoodie.
Yeah.
So the articles and the newscasters that were interviewing you, they were talking about your merch as well.
Yeah.
Pumping it up. Ground Control. Groundcontrol.net. That's sick, man.
Yeah.
Super sick. So are you doing other podcasts too, or is it only mainly like news stations, like TV channels?
There was one from my local town that someone went to my high school that they have kind of like a small one on TikTok, the Wet Slap.
The Wet Slap?
Yeah.
That's his podcast?
Yeah.
And that's the only other like big podcast that you've done?
Yeah.
Well,
Tim Dillon was talking to me.
Tim Dillon was talking to you? On Twitter?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I think he wanted me to come on.
Why don't you do it?
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah, I think you should, dude. That'd be freaking sick.
Yeah.
He's a funny motherfucker. He's really, really popular.
Yeah.
What did he ask you?
I think he thought the whole thing was funny and everything, but he was on his tour.
Yeah.
So he was busy at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think he comes to Florida quite a bit. Are you into, he's really big into like crypto and NFTs and shit. Are you into that as well?
I mean, a little bit, not crazy amount.
Do you own any NFTs?
No.
No?
But I have crypto. I was mining.
You were mining?
Yeah.
Really?
For a while.
How long were you mining?
A couple months, probably like 6 months.
Mining Ethereum with GPUs or?
I think I was using NiceHash. It was easy.
But what kind of computers were you using to mine?
I had 2 GPUs.
You had two GPUs.
2070 and a 1080.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when did you start doing it?
Back in like October.
Oh, October of last year. Okay. Yeah, that's a hard gimmick. That's a hard gig to do because all the competition with it right now, and they say that Ethereum's moving to like a Ethereum 2.0 where you're not gonna be able to mine anymore.
Yeah.
So all the GPUs are becoming worthless.
Yeah.
But before it was like impossible. I
still
tried
can't
doing it
buy
too.
'em.
You still can't buy them, really?
I mean, they're expensive. It's crazy still.
Wow. Yeah, because they were sold out everywhere. You tried to buy one and it was impossible. You go to Best Buy, you can't get them. Whenever they would drop, there'd be a line around the building like twice.
Yeah.
Weird. Well, brother, I appreciate you coming and doing this, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else we didn't talk about that we should talk about? Anything we missed that you think's good?
I don't think so.
No? Tell people again where they can follow your accounts on Twitter and everything.
You can find ElonJet on Twitter at ElonJet, and then my personal is Jack Sweeney, but with a X instead of an A, and ElonJet's on Instagram and everywhere else, pretty much.
Groundcontrol.net.
Yeah, ElonJet.net. It's easier to type.
ElonJet.net.
Yeah, and then it'll redirect. It's harder to spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool, dude.
Yep.
It's awesome that you're in Orlando. We should get you back here again in the future.
Thank you.
When we see what transpires from all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Thanks again. Goodbye, everybody.